I'm still a bit sleepy. I'm still a bit sleepy. Ugh. I didn't really sleep well. I guess that's because of the cannibalism. Well, good morning, everyone. Well, I guess it's technically morning. It's morning somewhere. Well, hello! Hello! Also, thank you, Hal, for being a honey bear for 23 months! This is important stuff. What inspired this stream? I was watching a video and I was falling asleep to it, and my brain was also like, I was falling asleep to it, and I was like, this is so fascinating. I knew some stuff, but I didn't know a lot of stuff about that I learned in the video. And I also was like, oh, I really want to continue. Hold on. My headphones are tangled. All my cords are tangled. I wanted to I really did want to continue Dino Crisis, but I was like, ugh, I want to do something else that isn't just boring video game stuff. So there we go. Yeah, it's cannibalism, not cannibalism. Also, thanks for the water, Adam. Oh, I have no, I forgot. Oh, what did I do with my water? Oh, I have some coffee. Actually, let's listen to let's listen to this. I hope the music isn't too loud or too quiet. Is having raw meat on your hair safe? Yeah, it's that's how you get your extra that's how you get your extra meat calories for your hair. It's very important. It's very, very important. So, welcome everyone to a return to Professor Shar's. Welcome to Professor Shar's class. I might need more room. Wait, or just make it smaller. Just make it smaller. That's also why I have my glasses, because it seems smarter. And give me a moment. I can't wait. Cannibalism 101 with Professor Char. Wow, welcome to class is in session. Yeah, of course. I'm smart. Cannibal. It's cannibal. First lesson in cannibalism is how to spell cannibalism. Yeah, I spelled it right? Of course. Now, wouldn't that be embarrassing? Wouldn't that be embarrassing? Wouldn't that be incredibly embarrassing if I couldn't even spell cannibalism? I mean, I think I would die of hunger. I'm a funny bear. I had to check to make sure. I started second guessing myself immediately. How's your day going? I'm very excited because later today is the Left 4 Dead 2 collab. I'm very, 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 very excited. Now keep in mind, this was basically last second, so I don't have a lot of research with me ready and prepared. Is this where we discuss that clowns taste funny? Do they? Is there any clowns who would like to volunteer? I would like to cook and eat you for everyone. Now, if someone is completely new here and they don't know, then we could introduce them by saying, what is cannibalism? Hold on. Keep in mind also that I would like to discuss cannibalism within animal species as well, but this is going to be mostly focused on cannibalism in humans and why you guys do it. What? Hi, chicken coop and joy. Hello. The funny thing about the Greek gods is that as well as cannibalism, they also had a lot of incest. Yeah, that's what makes them. Especially regarding with this story too. Now, cannibalism is defined as a species, something. And cannibalism is described as eating or consuming or hunting someone or something of the same species. So, before we get into humans, cannibalism is... How do I word it correctly? Also, thank you very much, Night Brutus, for the follow, and welcome to the Honey Bears. Go! Again, this is mostly going to be focused on human cannibalism, but cannibalism is practice, so to say. I don't know if practice is the right word. Cannibalism is something that animals have been doing for ages and ages. Like, even during the dinosaur era. I would say before the dinosaur era, I think there were species of pre-Cambrian creatures cannibalizing each other. I mostly know more about dinosaurs than anything before or after that, so I can't comment on that, but I'm pretty sure that cannibalism is something that's been going on for a long time. I should bring a picture of it and show you. Now speaking of dinosaurs, one of my favorite dinosaurs is a belosaur called Majungasaurus. Jamie, pull up a skeleton of Majungasaurus. Dinosaur cannibalism is easily the most metal. It's so cool! Zeus becomes a random animal from a list drawn from a hat, and then he impregnates a woman. Like the arm card. Alright. There are T-Rex fossils with tooth marks from their own species, so they either... Yeah, there's a lot of there's a few dinosaur fossils, including the dinosaur I'm about to talk about, that have teeth marks that match up with their own species. Where's here. Now this dinosaur is called Majungasaurus. Its remains were found in Majungasaurus's remains were found in Madagascar. It's an abelosaur, meaning it's a large theropod that has a bluntish skull, a bluntish bulldog-like skull, I should say, but a very strong jaw used for grabbing and holding on to and not letting go, and also very tiny, well, in comparison to the rest of the body, forelimbs. Now, yeah, Majungasaurus is probably most notable for paleontologists learning that they were cannibals. Look at him! Yeah. Big chungus. Almost as cool as the Stegosaurus Thagomites. But yeah, there were if I recall, the if I recall, a lot of the bite marks were found on adult. Fatal bite wounds were found on adults, but they were mostly found on juvenile specimens. So they would either, it's theorized that they either ate their own young, because there are species of animals that immediately turn on their own young. There's species of animals that will eat their own young even if they're not starving. So that was theorized. This is something that happens now, even now, where males of certain species of animals will kill and even eat the young or juveniles of a lone female, because that child will be competition for his future children. And usually when a female in some animals, when their babies are suddenly killed, they enter estrus immediately, I think. Is that the right term? I don't want to say heat. I don't want to say that. They enter... That's not the... No, it's not! It's not! It's Majungasaurus! Birds eat their own children sometimes. Aren't dinos? Yeah! Yeah! It would probably be like that. But, they're, like, for example, roaming male lions will attack and kill the cubs of female lions. Because they're considered competition for any of their future children, and then they will immediately try to mate with the female. Let's play this song. Estrus and heat are the same. Okay. I kind of knew, but I wasn't sure. I had to second guess myself. So, or it could be, because remember, one reason for that cannibalism exists even in animals, or happens including in animals, is due to starvation. So there could have been times of... If I don't say hi to you individually, I want to say hi, but I'm like, my brain's all over the place. Competition, or is the true meaning evil exist still? Now, I guess it depends. I don't think I don't know, sometimes it seems like animals have morals and, morals and stuff, and rules, and what is considered good or bad, and what is just for survival. But I think most of the time, if an animal does something that might be considered evil to civilized brain creatures, they're not doing it out of maliciousness, except dolphins. I don't know, something's wrong with dolphins. It's not Minhara brain. It's idiot. Yeah, it's like my brain's going. Animals got their own morality, except dolphins. Yeah. Rules of nature. Cats eat pups all the time. I didn't know that. I read an article this morning that rats can match. That's so cute! Yeah, nature can be horrific and cruel, but most animals don't view it as cruel or horrific. It's something that's just in their nature. They do it for survival or survival of their own species. It's just how it is. Killer whales group up to body slam blue whales just to drown them. Okay, well that's psychotic. I don't know about that. I didn't even know if killer can. That's psychotic. I don't know about that. Oh yeah, sometimes I don't know what triggers it, but sometimes hamsters will devour their own young. Like I said, I don't remember what triggers it. I don't know if it's like I think there's some that say it happens when someone handles the babies too much, or they get separated for too long and the mother forgets. But I don't think that's true either, because I don't know, that bastard from Austin Powers ate a baby? Is that? I've never seen Austin. No way. I saw one of them against my own will. How many bears have you eaten to survive? I'm not a cannibal! How dare you! How dare you! Wasn't there another orca whale stranding on another boat recently? I mean, that's fine if they do that. Now that isn't for cruelty. I don't think that's for cruelty reasons. I think they're doing that for survival once again. I bet that's how you grew up. What do you mean? We used to watch movies, Clockwork Orange. Yeah! Mythbusters filmed an episode where a rat cannibalized another and they weren't allowed to air it. I mean, yeah. Mythbusters is borderline a kids show. Well, borderline. I don't think Discovery would be allowed to show that. But yeah, so cannibalism is something that creatures have been doing for millennia. Millennium. Did you say millennium or millennia? I'm the professor here, so I know. I'm the professor here, so I know. My throat's still spooky. What the heck? And so now the cannibalism. Hold on, let me write it down. The consumption of one's own species. Yeah, consumption of one's own species. So yeah, this is something that's very common in the animal kingdom. Plenty of insects do that, and we've talked about it before. But if you're one of the most famous examples are spiders and praying mantises, female praying mantises and female spiders. Right after they mate with a male, they eat the male. Also, thank you very much, Stargazer KG, for the follow. Welcome to the Honey Bear Scowl. Now with praying mantises, the reason for this is because the female needs those extra nutrients for the eggs. The reason why female spiders do it is because female spiders already see male spiders as prey, because a few species of male spiders are much smaller than the females. It's consumption! Charlotte, I would like to present the 1979 Andes Mountain plane crash survivors for your class. I think I was trying to remember what that was called, but I'll keep that in mind as well. I have some examples. Also, I just want to say I'm probably going to be mentioning I'm going to be mentioning serial killers that have murdered and ate people. I just want to let you guys know I don't condone any murderers' actions, obviously. I don't like the people that fangirl, or I don't know how to word it. I really like true crime stuff and learning about stuff like this and listening to people's stories. And I just don't really like the people that try to turn serial killers into rock stars, I guess. Or ooh, like flower crown boys. I have Donner Party on my list, actually, because I remember I listened to a video about that a long time ago, and then later read more articles about it, because the entire thing is insane and actually extremely depressing, because that happened because of a literal con man. Unless you really want to kill someone. Yeah, maybe. Talk about crew. That's also on my list. What happens when I have that on my list too, to talk about crew and those effects. All the Dahmer cells seething. I see what you mean. Liking true crime is fine, but some people treat killers like little wooby. Yeah, it's really gross. It really grosses me out and kind of makes me mad. And you might think, oh, but Charlotte, you're a sicko, don't you? You talked about liking psychopath. Yeah, but listen, if I say I like if I say I like the psycho men I might have like a little girl crush on don't exist. Homelander is not real, and I still hate him. I hate him so much. I hate him. I hate him. But he's not real. Homelander is not real, and he will never be real. Agent 47 is not real. Shadow the Hedgehog is not a psycho, and he's not real. Like, you hate him and his kid. Stop! No! You'll never have a yandere goth girl GF. Exactly. The Punisher is... Thank you for the Pat Hazard. Hello. Shadow is... I'm sorry to tell you this. Shadow is never real. Shadow is not real, and I don't think it'll be possible for him to ever be real. Hi, Bunzel. Hi, Pat. Oh, wait, I have a, That's not... I bonked my... That's not it. But I like that. There we go. Thank you. Get your stinking paws off my meat of... My questionable meat. My strange meat. I'm American, so I have to put pizza on everything. Agent 47 will never be... Exactly. It's... But yeah, but people that are like... That say stuff about like real killers... I don't like that. They're terrible people. I mean, unless they killed in like self-defense... But serial killers do not kill out of self-defense. Mass shooters do not kill out of self-defense. And you can't especially kill and eat someone in self-defense unless you are like literally trapped at the bottom of the ocean or something. If you're like trapped at the bottom of the ocean or in the desert and like a plane crashes, your boat crashes on like an island and there's like 5 guys. There's 5 guys there. One of them is dead. One of them, every bone in his body is broken and he's wants you to kill him. And there's no food. You can eat them. But that's Jokes aside, having interest on the topic is different than idolizing it and worship. Yeah. That's why true crime stuff is always a slippery slope, because even if you are fascinated and have an interest in the topic and learning about all kinds of stuff related to true crime, there's a lot of slippery slope stuff. Like, there are the fangirls that, like, size like, school shooters and serial killers and try to make excuses for them and other things, which is disgusting. There are the people that seem a bit too excited to talk about the demise and pain of someone. There are the people that, like, it's just weird. I like listening to true crime stuff, but I always feel very uncomfortable by, like, those channels that are, like, I don't know how to word it. It's like the channels that are like, title, Man bludgeons 15 babies. Police find babies in freezer. Makeup tutorial. Get ready with me. Hashtag get ready with me. Hashtag doing my makeup. Like that stuff. Or like the House of Horrors. 90 people eaten alive by cannibal grandma. And then they're doing like a KFC mukbang or something. Like that stuff is. I was like, oh no, I don't. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, Chief. Women seem to have a kink for that. It's not unusual. It's not unusual for serial killers to marry while in jail, and they definitely get copious amounts of fan mail. It's weird because it's not just women that do that, but men do it too. There's a lot of women murderers that have a lot of that reach a lot of popularity for some reason. But it is crazy that women I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe it's the actual real life I can fix him. Maybe they think he won't kill them and eat them. It's like I've clearly missed out on the wild side of true crime. Like I also want to look it up because it's like absolute. It's sometimes those videos pop up and I'm like, oh, I don't. Oh, that's oh. Oh. Oh, I'm here because I love cannibalism. Hi, Toma. We're just getting started. I was sorry. I was going off a bit about. I like true crime, but I don't like the people that idolize murderers, and I don't like the people. Oh, hi, Crab. Hello. Plus, you get weird stuff like that one lady who tried to seduce Charles Manson in jail so she could parade his body as an what? I don't know what to say about that. There's not a hungry lion I can fix. People like bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad. But serial killers are more like morally detestable. Yeah. Oh, I was actually gonna talk about consensual cannibalism because that's also fascinating. There's one part. There's like at least two. Well, okay. When I say consent, well, okay. I would say there's two different types. There is the self cannibalism where people eat or share parts of their own body, and then there's at least two different cases of someone volunteering to be killed and eaten by someone else. Yeah, but I couldn't remember the names. They were both German, right? Autophagia. That's the word. Autophagia. I'm gonna get into that too. Look up the original yandere. She strangled him with a kimono sash after a week. And is that real? I don't know if that's real. It's kind of weird to call it that kind of stuff yandere too. Peter May. Oh! Just remember at the time I saw someone eat their own thigh meat on Reddit. Okay, so why is it that I feel like I remember my brain recognizes that, but I just forgot, or maybe I pushed it away. Let's continue. Now, maybe I should make. Hold on, I should probably make canvas. Now, one question that you might have for why any creature, whether it's human, you might be wondering why humans mostly, but why any creature would consume members of their own species. Why? And here are the reasons. Eating boogers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Autophagia. Autophagia can come in many forms. I was gonna talk about that later too, but autophagia can go from eating your fingernails to like chewing your hair or like booger eating, I guess. But that's a gross way to put it, but still. Why? Hungry. You're just gonna let him starve? Hungry. No, wait, I don't like this bullet point. Oh, why is the eraser so giant? Let's make it something cuter. How do I draw? Can I draw like a chicken bone? Let's see. And maybe if I draw like a, again, this Professor Shar stream is, it doesn't look like, how about like a piece of meat, like, that doesn't, oh. do that. We don't need to do that. Let's okay, I'll worry about that later. Hungry. 2. Where are my notes? I tried to type down some notes for this stuff. I mean, the first bulletin is a joke mostly, but really, nobody's gonna eat something. Creatures eat because hungry. It's as simple as that. Starvation. Cannibalism. Cannibalism is usually found. Cannibalism varies, but there's a lot of forms of cannibalism which are due to actual moments of starvation or, survival, basically, yeah. We pretended to meet X. Next. Power. Control. Why did I write violent? Oh, violence. I wrote violence. How do you spell violence? Is that why I wrote it? Violence. Now I'm gonna go more into depth, but there are in history relating to cannibalism, a lot of groups that practice cannibalism would do it as a way at, how did I word it? Cannibalism in some tribes was practiced by, after they conquered or fought a warring tribe, they would eat them. They would eat them as a show of victory, but also dominance. Cannibalism as a prank is great. Like, you give someone like a piece of steak and you just yeah, I would say it's a way to show dominance. Like, I believe the now I wrote it. Did I write it down? I think examples of this I would say are the Aztecs, who also would sacrifice people that they conquered and captured. They would cannibalism, their form of cannibalism and sacrifice go hand in hand. But the Aztecs and also I believe the Iroquois tribe would practice cannibalism. Oh, Oberon, did you know human meat is actually the most digestible meat there is? I'll never know. There's an episode of Criminal Minds where a psycho fed the victim to the search party that was looking. What? Whoa, I was trying to zoom out. Oh, I don't have to. I keep forgetting. Thank you for the pat. You shouldn't be patting me while I'm talking about cannibalism, though. Thank you. Thanks for the water spanner. I'm drinking coffee. It's just to see how tender. How dare you? I'm gonna put you on my list of kill later. During a siege which left them cut off from all food supplies, some people in Persia ground bones to make bread. People who ate the bread died before people who starved. There's this one woman who made cookies with human meat and fed them to her neighbors. I think I heard of that. There's also this woman that made soap out of the bodies of people she murdered, and she would sell and give the soap out. Now there's this other guy who was he owned a farm and he was a pig butcher, but he also murdered people, and he not only ate them, but he would give their meat away to people that thought that they were pig, that there was like pork. But I couldn't remember. I watched a couple videos about him, but I couldn't remember his name. But that always stuck with me. And there's another murderer in a European country that did something similar. They were going through like a famine or had little meat, and this butcher just so happened to have a supply of meat for people who were starving. And nobody really decided to ask too many questions until one guy escaped and got the police's attention, and they visited his house, the guy's house, and it was full of like bodies. Perfect timing on this lecture. I want to start adding lyrics to my death metal to let's go on the high cliff. Let's go. Late war Germany allegedly had a lot of cannibalism going on during. Yeah, that reminds me of Fight Club stealing liposuction. I've never seen Fight Club. Is that actually true? I could never miss Charlotte. I would miss her streams way too. Oh. Willie Picton. Was it? It might have been. I think that... No, there's another guy. I think there's another guy. But yeah, this guy too. Yeah. Also known as the pig farmer killer. This dude is still alive. This guy is still alive. Well, he's definitely in prison, but he's still alive. He's still alive. We're gonna talk about, we could try to talk about him later. I'm just talking to cannibalism, Knucklehead. Hello. Go back. Where are my notes again? Oh, there's also another reason why is, it's just kind of embarrassing to type it, to write it out, but it's, there are people that practice cannibalism because they get off on it. We're gonna go more into detail about that, but let's go over here to this blank area. Now, hold on. Different forms of cannibalism. Now, there's different types of cannibalism. There's different forms or types of cannibalism. Well, how do I word it? Or cannibalism can be broken down into. You can't forget about Ed Gein. Of course, I'm gonna talk about. I mean, I have a whole like thing prepared, sort of, for notable examples of cannibalism, which does include Ed Gein and Albert Fish, because those are obviously the most famous examples. There's several killers grinding up people into pig feed. I think Belle Guns did it too, though I don't think she snacked herself. Now, is that... No, that might be someone else. There was specifically one lady who... No, that was different. Yeah, that dude... We're gonna get into that. That dude was... But there's different forms of cannibalism. There is... what's described as endocannibalism. I have to apologize also. My handwriting is really bad. Maybe my handwriting is really bad. I'm getting a little self-conscious a bit about my handwriting now. Maybe if I do endocannibalism, and this is described as cannibalizing people that are within your community or that are part of your group or culture. Hence the endo, which means inner. Cannibalism of individuals. I hope I spelled that right. within a community or group or culture. Now, another thing with this is that the majority of the time, endocannibalism is usually done on. They usually eat people that have already passed away, and it's for spiritual reasons. It's way better than mine. Sometimes I have trouble reading my own. I mean, that's why I had to stop, because I looked up and I was like, oh, I could barely read that. It's unsettling how close your handwriting is to mine. Hi, Shrine. No, I don't understand these moves. Are we going to cover the Great Leap Forward and the non-famine cannibalism that followed later? I completely forgot about that. That would actually, we could. If we have time, we could. Usually done on, usually consumed already beast members of the the community. There are apparently some cultures that do this for spiritual reasons, like sending off their loved ones to this. It's like a way to send off their loved ones. It's interesting learning about some burial ceremonies that, or burial, how do I word it? Burial practices in different cultures. One example that I think of a lot is sky burials, which is done by people in the Andes, I believe. Sky burials, there's no cannibal. No, I think, no, wait. No. Not really, no. I was about to say, I think sky burials are sometimes done by, people. I have to go back. If you don't know, sky burials are when a ceremony is done. A ceremony is done where they do something to send off the deceased loved one, and they usually have their body prepared so that it's high up in the mountains and vultures come to eat the corpse at the top of the mountain. If my body wasn't poisoned, that's what I'd go for. Isn't it cool? I hear fire symbolism in Sunbear. That's probably it too. Yeah. It's fascinating. I misremembered for a moment, and I thought, and my brain told, but yeah, it's actually, let me look at directly read the Wikipedia article for of endo cannibalism. Where is it? Within institutionalized cannibalism, exocannibalism is often distinguished from endocannibalism. Endocannibalism refers to the consumption of a person from the same community. Often it is a part of a funerary ceremony, similar to burial or cremation in other cultures. The consumption of the recently deceased in such rites can be considered an act of affection and a major part of the grieving process. It has also been explained as a way of guiding the souls of the dead into the bodies of living descendants. Very yeah, like that. Throw me to the water. Throw me to the wolves. I will return with a pack. See, it's a metal way to go. But just don't eat the brain. It's as simple as don't eat the brain. I mean, some people still do it anyway, but we don't. And then I'll highlight the endo and exo, by the way. Oh, do I read your name is Klondike? Hello, bear spotted, bear sighted. Wow! And she's talking about cannibalism. Wow! Hello. Enjoy your stay here. Now, in contrast to endocannibalism, which is done within a community, there is exocannibalism, which is, as the name suggests, done, but it's where you consume people outside of your community. And this is usually tied with violence. Hold on. Cannibalism. Oh no, wait. Let me write down. Let me copy my exact note. Cannibalizing. Spell outside of your community. Did you know if you eat the what? You can ingest active psychedelics? Oh. If your ghost, will parts of your body not be there? It's not like that. It's just like, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Good morning, Mimic. I hope you enjoy a delicious brunch. And as I said before, usually done related to acts. Oh my God. Acts of violence or war. Eat a banana? Why? What kind of exocannibalism wouldn't involve violence? I guess that's a good point. I mean, is that like breaking into a funeral home and having it? I mean, I guess it could be. I guess you could say it could be like that. Let's read through the Wikipedia article. In contrast, exocannibalism is a consumption of a person from outside the community. It is frequently an act of aggression, often in the context of warfare, where the flesh of killed or captured enemies may be eaten to celebrate one's victory over them. And yeah, this is something that was practiced by the Iroquois tribe, by the Aztecs. There were even African warlords that did this. I'm gonna talk about him too. The Maori, they did as well. Yeah, that makes sense. What was that cannibal server that made the news years ago? The what? Return to tradition. Don't know about you, but I wouldn't screw with anyone that threatened to eat me. You have to assert your dominance. You must assert your dominance. You have to threaten to eat them back, or make yourself as unconsumable as possible. Act like you have rabies. Bite them. Act like you have rabies. Start drooling all over the place. Act like screaming. Pee your pants a bit if you have to. Hi, Biscuit. Hello. You don't seem very dominant. What do you know? What do you know about dominance? I'm a bear. I'm an apex predator in any local community, in any local forest community that does not have grizzly bears. Ready? Why? What are you talking about? Shar, would you sacrifice... chat, would you sacrifice yourself if Shar asked? I could never ask anyone to die for me. But, I mean, would you? Haha. Bro, bro, do you know how much ringworm out... Do you know how much ringworm our tribes got? Go ahead. Yeah, like that. Humans are the super apex predator. They keep... That's not true because they keep getting mogged by random creatures. So that's false. That's false. That's false. That's false. If us bears knew how to hold weapons, it would be over. But we have the strength, the power, the brains, the speed, the stamina to dominate anyone. We don't need you. Now, what about in a fist fight? You guys, you wouldn't be able to fight. You wouldn't fight me. You wouldn't be able to beat me in a fist fight. You may think you're an apex predator, but somebody tried to bear milk for us to know it has a nutty taste. That doesn't mean. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving. I'm here. Sick. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Anyway. Oh, hold on. I have to, hold on. Let me, I'm going to highlight, or let's see. Endo, here's a free, lesson. Endo and exo. Endo can mean within, and exo means outside. In case you wanted to know about like prefix it, more about prefixes, suffixes, and you know, etc, etc, etc. I heard Charlotte is trying to fuse a bear with a dinosaur. That's impossible. But if I did, but what happens if I did? And there's also another common, somewhat, no, well, not really common. I guess it depends on how you view it. There's also cannibalism of the self, or self-cannibalism, which is, as you could tell, is eating one's self. It can also be called, it could also be called autophagia. Also known as autophagia, which I think is like phagia. I think when you break that down, it's like hunger. Self-hunger? I have to... Jamie, pull up the definition of autophagia. I spell it right? I'm pretty sure I spelled it right. Autophagia occurs when one is compelled to inflict pain upon oneself by biting and or devouring portions of one's body. Yeah, that's basically it. I actually forgot. I went to school for this kind of stuff. Not cannibalism. No, I did go to school for cannibalism to teach you guys. Phages. I remember. Yeah, I remember now. That's probably what? My throat is messed up. Hold on. She went to cannibalism school for us. She's so dedicated. Like eating sunburned skin. Do you do that? I've never gotten a sunburn. I mean, I guess that would be consuming any parts. Like I said, so autophagia can range from eating parts of your body like this, that includes if you chew and if you have a compulsion to chew and eat your fingernails, that's autophagia. If you eat your hair for some reason, that's autophagia. But it could go from that to some more severe stuff like wanting to and actually drinking your own blood, or of course, eating parts of your body. Your calluses. Ugh. Ugh. I see. That's kind of gross. I burn in sunlight pretty fast and it's pretty painful. Oh, I'm sorry. Is swallowing body fluids considered cannibalism? Now, blood is considered autophagia, but I don't think other bodily fluids actually count. Well, I don't think that counts. I don't think. Ah, I wrote that too. No, I'm just checking my notes and else. Here, I'm going back to the Wikipedia article. A further type different from both exo and endocannibalism is autocannibalism, or the act of eating parts of oneself. It does not ever seem to have been an institutionalized practice, but occasionally occurs as pathological behavior or due to other reasons such as curiosity. Also on record are instances of forced autocannibalism committed as acts of aggression where individuals are forced to eat parts of their own bodies as a form of torture. Only half cannibalism since it's only half of the... And moving on down, continuing the Wikipedia article that you guys can't see. Additional motives and explanations. Exocannibalism is thus often associated with the consumption of enemies as an act of aggression, a practice also known as war cannibalism. Endocannibalism is often associated with the consumption of deceased relatives in funerary rites driven by affection, a practice known as funerary or mortuary cannibalism. But acts of institutionalized cannibalism can also be driven by various other motives for which additional names have been coined. Medical cannibalism, or the ingestion of human tissue as a supposed method of medicine or oh my god. So we have another one, which is less common, but it's... I think you could also tie it with like that. I would say you could tie it with it. Well, we'll have to figure that out. But there's medical and I'd totally try human if it was ethically sourced. Now, what would be ethically sourced human though? Did you cover ironic cannibalism or post-cannibalism? Just like just cannibalism, but they're not really into it? Now, that's actually a really interesting form of self-cannibalism we could talk about. Yeah, this is something that some like new mothers do, where after they give birth to the baby, they do eat the placenta. They eat the placenta because the placenta apparently has a lot of nutrients in it. It's something that's been going on for a long time, and I think some women still do it. Some women still choose to do it, but I don't think it's necessary at all. Because it's... Oh, music ended. I'm just playing Toho music. I don't even know if it's... Yeah, Toho music is good for talking about cancer. Some people... It's kind of controversial because... I don't think I'd do it. I had that knowledge forgot. I'm sorry! There is a gross warning. I do have a gross warning. You were warned. You were warned. There's that mad stuff going on in Canada. So I guess they could sell medically assisted... Oh no, I guess they could. Oh. My sister did that and I've never stopped being gross. Okay, what did she say about it? Now, what did she say about it? Ironically, that's not what makes Tom Cruise weird. What? Placenta consumption has been a thing for almost 1 million years. It was common practice until like a few thousand years ago. Yeah. I still think about. I didn't ask. I didn't want to know. Honestly, I should make like a web. I should try to make a web, and I should also add images of known examples of cannibalism, consumption of human flesh or perceived I before E except after C. I before E except after C. Perceived. I probably look really dumb to you guys. Well, I am. Ah! No! No, that doesn't look right. Perceived medical I'm just gonna put medical boons because that sounds cool. Why are you calling me a dork? With how made stuff works, it'd be poisonous. So no. However, lab-grown meat stuff is happening. Yeah, that is stuff that's... Why cannibalism today? What, is there a specific day where I'm not allowed to talk about cannibalism? Why? What? There are way more exceptions to that See, yeah! English is such a... I'm thankful that I was born knowing English, because if I wanted to learn English... If I wanted to learn English and English became my second language, it would be a bit difficult. It would be a bit difficult because there's a bunch of weird, dumb rules that don't even make sense, or that they don't even... Also, hi, Elmantis, take some water. Like, yeah. I actually heard... I think English is, besides, like, Chinese... English is, I think, the hardest language to learn for people wanting to learn a new language. And, yeah, it's just so... It's... They have made pods in Sweden. Oh, that's stuff... Oh. Never mind. I thought you meant, like, made pods, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, oh. I should add... I say I'm putting perceived there for a reason, because, obviously... There's no actual proof of, well, I guess besides consuming the placenta, like, I think consuming the placenta does probably supposedly give back nutrients to the mother after the birth, especially because, yeah, it's high in iron and stuff. But I think in our current year, I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I guess you could do it, but it's not necessary. This also, if I make a web right now, this could also tie in with self-cannibalism. Hold on, I might organize it and make a web. Hold on. I might make a web. The web of cannibalism, so to speak. Okay. Because I think it would make it more if we separate it like that, and then the show's gonna eat chat. I mean, I could. You guys are, if you're honey bears, you're made out of honey. It's fine if I do it, right? Are you gonna complain if I eat you? I hope not. That'd be selfish of you. I think that'd be selfish of you. But it'd be selfish of me to eat you and deny you the right to live. It would be very selfish of me to do that. So I guess I'll let you live without eating you. But if I have to starve, you know, sacrifices would have to be made. Like, you know, when the next time we have like a war or something happen, it would be necessary for me to eat you. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. It's not the opinion, it's the truth. If a war happens soon and everything is plunged into darkness and chaos and we start running out of food, you have to let me eat you. You have to. And so here you go. And now let's make a little note here. I kind of want to make these different colors. Let's make these different colors. Let's make medical blue. Because my medical folders were always blue. Medical can be blue. Self-cannibalism, we can make that yellow. Is that readable? I hope it's readable. Endo can be like, no, exo can be purple. No, we can make that red, but like a brighter red, because it's tied with violence. Hey, yeah, like a true teacher. There we go. There we go. I hope you guys are also taking notes. This will be on the test this Friday. I hope you guys are taking notes. The second you try to bite into me, I'm gonna bite into you. Then it just becomes a race to eat each other. Do not eat the bear. Do not. Do not. Do not. Do not. Am I missing something? Sacrificial cannibalism refers to the consumption of the flesh of human sacrifice. For example, among the Aztecs, human and animal remains excavated in Knossos, Crete, have been interpreted as evidence of a ritual in which children and sheep were sacrificed and eaten together during the Bronze Age. According to ancient Roman reports, the Celts in Britain practiced sacrificial cannibalism, and archaeological evidence backing these claims has by now been found. Okay, let's write this down too then. But although we know that sacrificial cannibalism is tied with exo-cannibalism, but we could still write it over. You made so many crab-eating jokes. No! It's natural to want to eat a crab. It's immoral to eat a bear. That's just how it is. I didn't make the rules here. No! Let's make this orange. Nicer. Okay. No. The Celt practice. What? Oh, the Scottish Irish. Is anyone surprised? I'm including myself in that group, by the way. I want to learn about that more too. I wonder. So, was it within their community? Now you remember. Usually, sacrifices are. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I have to, wait, oh my god, hold on. Vaughn, watch your skip to, no, wait. Turn stabilization all the way up, okay. Oh wow. Hold on. Wow. And would you look at that? Look at that. Look at that. It's wow. Wow. And then the A. Why do I like this? My A, the tail of the A goes all the way up like that. Why are you like this? You think anyone has ever been worried about getting doxxed by their handwriting? Like, someone's teacher is watching, someone's teacher from like 7th grade is like watching the stream. It's like, wait a minute. I recognize that handwriting, that unreadable handwriting. Is that Charlotte? I had you in my science class. Sacrificial. My God, I have to. My eyes look terrible too. Sacrificial cannibalism. Cannibalizing human sacrifices and usually tied to rituals. Imagine somebody who had a crush on you in school recognize your handwriting, then you. No, I don't know. I don't have to worry about that because there's no way anyone had a crush on me. I feel like the voice would be more of a giveaway. Well, what if I never talked? I'm gonna keep reading. Infanticidal cannibalism or cannibalistic infanticide refers to cases where newborns or infants are killed because they are considered unwanted or unfit to live. Oh, Jesus Christ. And then consumed by the mother, father, both parents, or close relatives? Infanticide followed by cannibalism was practiced in various regions, but is particularly well documented among Aboriginal Australians. Among animals, such behavior is called filial cannibalism, and it is common in many species, especially among fish. Now, yeah, I know that that's common among, like, animals, where, like I said earlier, some species of animals will eat their own young. Yeah, fish do that too. I remember a long time ago we had guppies. And we even somehow ended up, one of our guppies ended up pregnant, and she started giving birth to babies, but then she started eating them. We saw her eating some of them, so we had to like separate them. We had to separate her and the other adults from the babies in the tank. This kid is a bum. Let's eat them. Mods, consume and eat the flesh of my child. You weren't as cute in school as you are now. I was a weirdo. Did I tell you? I was a weirdo. I don't know how to word it. I can't really say how attractive or unattractive I was in school because the way I view myself is very skewed because brain problems, especially back then. Oh, but I did. I think my fashion sense in high school was nice, even if I didn't really dress well. No, even if I dressed kind of weird. Like, I still dressed kind of emo in some aspects, but I still got compliments for my outfits in school. Well, in high school. But, like, in middle school and stuff, that's a different story. But, I was a huge weirdo. What do you mean was? Like, a lot of kids in my class would make jokes about how I would be, they should be careful, everyone should be careful because I could be a school shooter. Which, I don't know if you should be joking about that right in front of me. Like, what if I am? What are you gonna... I don't think you should be joking about that in front of me. Or they felt very uncomfortable by my presence. Or if they talked to me, they would either be making fun of me or they would be talking to me like there's something wrong. I said this before, where they would talk to me like I was like, mentally handicapped. I don't know. I've said that multiple times, but have you ever had anyone talk to you like that? Like, someone would talk to you like you were like, what do you mean, what? This is a presentation of cannibalism. This is for science. This is science. This is science. You would ever get those kinds of... You'd shoot up a beehive? Infantilizing you, maybe. I mean, that could be possible, too. That could also be possible. The head of HR at my old job did. I got her canned for it. Oh, that's based. Good for you. But like, yeah, they talk to you like you have brain problems. They talk to you like you're dumb or you have brain problems and like that. It's I don't know how to word it. I still have Shadowverse. I realized I have a Shadowverse tab open. Where's my... I lost... Did I write down the well, let's see. I might as well write that down. I might as well write this down. What color would you describe baby related stuff? How about like a sky blue? But yeah. I don't think anyone had a crush on me. I was considered extremely weird. I mean, and most of the time, people in my school messed with me or made fun of me or treated me like there's something wrong with my brain. I mean, there is, but not in that way. Not in that way. It is also interesting that this is, honestly, I didn't know about this, and this is so fascinating that, how did they say it? Was it infant cannibalism or infanticidal cannibalism? Because I know that there are a few, like, cultures that did practice killing children. Like, for example, infanticidal. Cannibalism. But like, for example, the who is it? The Spartans. Yeah, the Spartans murdered children that they didn't deem good enough. Two other interesting talking points are there's also medical cannibalism like Victorian era mummy consumption or Chinese medicine beliefs, as well as cannibalistic medical denial. Oh, that's a good way to put that. Yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses, like, not accepting blood transfusions. Yeah, that's a good way. That's actually a good thing to bring up too. And I also know about Chinese medicine beliefs. I don't know if anyone well, I don't know any stories exactly of consuming people. Let's see. Cannibalizing a baby. There's always talk of child murder on this stream, isn't there? I mean, when you word it that way, it sounds bad. I'm talking about like in a joking way, but this is real stuff. When I joke about that stuff, I'm just joking. When I say, oh, it's so funny to kill children in game, I'm just joking. I don't actually hate children. The edgy side of me is like, haha, nice. But I don't, my music ended. But I don't mean it. But wait! Cannibalizing a baby after after infanticide done by the parents or, oh my god, or family so yeah, we have an interesting web here, and we could tie, so we could even like do like little, let's see, oh wait, we do it like we could do it like this, where we could have arrows that, so for example, hold on, like for example, no, let's use a different, for example, infanticidal cannibalism is usually tied with endocannibalism because the infanticidal cannibalism is, no, I have an idea. How about oh, that's cool. No, wait, that's so cool. Okay, this is cool. Yeah, this is like night mode. I like this better. I like this better. I like this better. I like this way better. Okay. So for example, infanticidal cannibalism is mostly done by people within the community. I mean, usually their parents, obviously, but also it could other family members. Now she's getting out the colored chalk for the blackboard. Yeah, this is important. Self-cannibalism and medical cannibalism can go hand in hand sometimes, where of course we've talked about stuff such as we've talked about women consuming their own placentas, which is something that's been going on now, again, centuries. A practice that's done for centuries and still practiced to this day. These can go hand in hand. Sacrificial cannibalism can be tied with exocannibalism, because usually anyone that is sacrificed, because usually they sacrifice people that are outside of their community, usually people that were captured during war. Am I missing something here? Let's see. We also have more. I don't know if I should write all of them down. Human predation is the hunting of people from unrelated and possibly hostile groups in order to eat them. In parts of the southern New Guinea lowland rainforest, hunting people was an opportunistic extension of seasonal foraging or pillaging strategies, with human bodies just as welcome as those of animals as sources of protein, according to the anthropologist Bruce M. Knott. As populations lived near coasts and rivers were usually better nourished and hence often physically larger and stronger than those living inland, they raided inland bush people with impunity and often with little fear of retaliation. Oh, wow. Cases of human predation are also on record for the neighboring Bismarck archipelago and for Australia. In the Congo Basin, there lived groups such as the Zapozap. Are they really called that? The Zapozaps? Who hunted humans for food even when game was plentiful. Oh, never mind, that's a statue. I looked at a picture and I thought they had like a head, but it was a statue. Like Viking? Oh, really? It's archipelago. It's archipelago. Archipelago. I kept touching the filmy thing inside those. What? They killed people with their electricity magic. Is that the tribe that sharpens their teeth to point? They hit them with the zappy zap. That's why. that explains why, like, black superheroes always have electricity powers. It's from the Zappo Zap tribe, who also had zappy zap powers. It's as simple as that. The Zappo Zap were a group of I don't know how to pronounce that. Zongi people from the eastern Kasai region in what today is the Democratic Republic of the Congo. They acted as allies of the Congo Free State authorities while trading in ivory, rubber, and slaves? In 1999, they were sent out by the colonial administration to collect taxes. They massacred many villagers, causing an international outcry. What? What? But I'm right. Zappa Zap, led by Frank Zappa. According to the missionary, no, I don't care about this. Tell me about the cannibalism. Tell me about the cannibalism. The Zappo Zaps did not restrict their cannibalism to ceremonial occasions, as did other cultures. Instead, they hunted humans for food even when other game was plentiful. They considered human flesh a delicacy and ate all parts of the body, even brains and eyeballs. They fried the meat in the same way as bacon. Oh, you were right! Wait, I scrolled down and yeah, there is a mention. Hold on. In some ways, the Zappo Zaps seemed civilized to the missionaries. They wore Western-style clothing, lived in square houses, and could speak both English and French. How is that civil? How does speaking French make you civilized? On the other hand, with their plucked eyebrows and eyelashes, filed teeth, and traditions of slaving and cannibalism, they were stereotypes of the Western view of African savages. Lapsley said the Zappo Zaps were magnificent men and handsome women and carried themselves quite as an aristocracy. However, he was disturbed by the way in which small girls danced lavishly in imitation of older women. Oh no. There's a disease that can happen. Hi, Angler. Yeah, it's Kuru or it's Kuru. Let's send the cannibals to collect our taxes. What could go wrong? I mean, let's be honest. If you knew that the tax collectors were going to be cannibals that sharpened down their teeth, you would make sure you paid on time. It makes perfect sense. Is there I want to go back, but is there an image of their teeth? Oh my god. Is this real? Now is this real? This is terrifying. It's kind of cool though. This is actually pretty metal if you think about it. Test question number 21. What tribe did black people get their electricity powers from? Remember the Ultralux from... Yeah, I almost want to talk about New Vegas, the Fallout series, and the long history of cannibalism. And the history of cannibalism within the Fallout games. I'm pretty sure... Now, don't spoil it for me! I'm pretty sure that there's at least 3 different forms of cannibalism in Fallout 3. At least, maybe 2, maybe 3. Must be tricky not to bite your tongue. Look at that! That's terrifying, but also really cool. They would still be less evil than the IRS. I think these people still exist. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm gonna play another Toho song. Let's continue. I got a little sidetracked, but let's continue. I don't know if I should write that down. I might as well. Human predation, but that would just basically be exocannibalism. No. I'll write that down because it's on here. I'll write that down. Human predation. I'll write it right here. We'll give it a pink color. Wow, isn't that so cute? Wow. Wow, human cannibal, like hunting people. Wow, it's so kawaii. Wow, wow. Yes, the shape. You say the same joke at the same time. But hold on. Let's write that down. Human predation. I'm pretty sure I spelled that right. I should. It was right in front of me. This is why you should stay in school. Human predation. Yeah, this is actually important. Cannibal. Why is it sideways? Why am I writing sideways? Cannibalizing. No, hold on. Hunting of humans. And hunting of humans. I might as well just write it. That's what it is. Human predation. It's just hunting humans for food. I guess I should also make sure to note that some cultures practice this. No, some cultures viewed hunting humans the same as hunting game. And some even hunted humans even when plenty of food was available. Okay. Kawaii cannibalism. Cannibalism. Please. I'm so hungry. Can I please cannibalize? Can I please eat your flesh? Please. Yeah, it's basically like the most dangerous game. Yeah. And then, this is a fun stream. Is that a weird thing to say? This is a fun stream. And these go hand in hand, of course. I might need to. Yeah, it's weird. Why would it be weird? But it is fun. See, talking and learning about things that you wouldn't usually learn about or hear about is very interesting. It's very fun. Okay, it's enlightening. Yeah! The most dangerous game is Monopoly. No friendships survive. Are you writing with a mouse? No? No. I'm using a tablet. Although I have a screen tablet, but one of my the HDMI ports on this computer doesn't seem to work. I think I need another I need to buy a different power supply, or I didn't plug everything in. I tried to get another splitter, but the HDMI, like USB to HDMI thing I bought, like literally requires you to turn off. It requires you to turn off your it requires you to turn off your antivirus whatever antivirus thing you use, and to download drivers that are provided on this. I don't know. It just sounds kind of fishy. I mean, I don't think someone would sell something that would just give you viruses or malware. But I wasted $12 down the drain. That seems legit. Yeah. I'm lurking, but it's a great oh, I'm glad. I'm very glad. More weird streams. Yeah, I'm very glad about that. Now, I think we've talked about the different oh, did I wait, I forgot one. I don't know if I should yeah, I might as well write this down. Let's give this purple lettering. Let's write it here. Here we go, the S. I can't do an S. I can't do an S like this. Turn up. Okay. Yeah, there we no, I don't like that. By the way, this stream is sponsored by HelloFresh. By the way, get 60% off on your next Cannibalism Sugoi Destiny. Now this oh okay, actually. Oh my god. Like this. No, I don't like it. It doesn't look right. Why? It looks like I'm trying too hard. We're gonna go with that. I like that S. It looks like an angry swan rising out of the water. I like this. I like typing this. I mean, I don't like writing this word. I don't even like saying it. But this is important because... Use promo code FLESH to get 60% off your next order. That's promo code FRESH on HelloFresh. Flesh! Promo code FLESH. And back to the talk about cannibalism. Now, I think this is something that should be mentioned, of course, as well. There is, of course, well, you know, sexual cannibalism. Hello, flesh. There is, of course, cannibalism of a sexual nature, and it's usually, as the name suggests, it's people that how do I word this? It's like people that it's described as cannibalism with the how do I describe this? Why rebel enjoy? Well, not like spiders. That's different. That sort of cannibalism is cannibalism because, well, most female spiders already like view male spider, their smaller male counterparts as prey, and also it's extra nutrients. That's fun. That's fun. You guys are perverts. That's fun. Yeah, how about that? Sexual arousal from the consumption of human flesh. Remove parts from the... Well... Oh! Someone actually... Well, so it wasn't... I don't think it was that. There was a... Because I remember I watched a Wang video about it. There is a... Well, I think it was Wang. There's a Japanese man that wanted to be completely like a Barbie doll, basically. I mean, not in that way. I mean, like, he was asexual. He was completely asexual, and he didn't want any sexual organs at all. So he had it, I think he either had it surgically removed or he did it himself. And then he later decided to try to sell the experience of something he decided he didn't know what to do with his body part. So, no, this was like an art thing, wasn't it? And so he decided to have people pay to cook and eat it. That's what it was, I think. I forgot what I was gonna write down. Oh my god. Cannibalism due to sexual arousal or a fetish. I think that's the right way to put it. Now this could also cannibalistic now keep in mind that cannibalistic fetishes, it could go both ways. Cannibalistic fetishes could go both ways. It was for like yeah, I think that's what it was. To be eaten and if it was possible to put it in my will to make like sausages out of, I mean, you probably, now I remember that there were like, at that time, there were like people that were trying to find a reason to make it like illegal or have the people that ate his body arrested. And I think the best they could do is come up with like an indecency charge. No, I think they tried to get him for like indecent nudity. I think because his part was technically exposed, even if it was like on a plate. Exactly. We're just talking about cannibalism. Whoa! I'm talking about a radio stump from. Oh. You like my handwriting? Well, no, of course, you're very kind. Thank you. My handwriting, I don't like my handwriting. Well, I don't like my hand. A lot of the times I feel like my handwriting is unreadable, but if you can see it, read it, then that makes me very happy. Some are aroused at the thought of eating, while others want to be eaten. And again, there's at least two cases where there was at least two different people volunteered themselves to be consumed by someone for fetishistic sexual reasons. Of course, there's the very famous case of I think they were both German, or the one German, one Russian. The German man, the two German guys that met on a cannibal website. Then they met up, and one guy agreed because he wanted to be killed. He wanted to be eaten and killed by the other guy, and they basically agreed with cutting off his they both agreed. They agreed to cut that off. His bratwurst. They agreed to cut that off, and they both tried. No, now the thing is that both that guy and the Japanese man that I mentioned before, all of them described trying to eat it as it was being rubbery. I don't know what's up with that. I guess there's not really, well, the muscle, how do I word it? The muscle tissue is different from other parts of the body. It wouldn't be like cartilage. It would be like a completely different type of tissue, and you would probably have to. It wouldn't have. I don't think it would have any fat at all in it, right? No, I don't think that part has any fat. It doesn't make sense. But I know that that's made out of a different type of muscle. It's made out of a different type of muscle tissue. It's a porous flesh that acts like a sponge. It's all just spongy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So you would probably, your best bet. They both tried to cook it in a pan, but you'd probably have to like stew it if you decide to cook it. If you wanted to actually eat it, I think the best bet would be to stew it instead of just trying to, because it would be too chewy. Does that mean that one old PSA about office talk is fake? What? What do you mean? If you boiled it, it would soak up the Well, so you would... I'm sorry if this is gross talk, but we're adults here. We could talk about cannibalizing, like, human parts. We're adults. We're adults here. We're adults here. We could talk about that. So I would assume you would have to soak it. It would have to soak in a broth. How do you prepare escargot? Actually, I don't know how people eat escargot at all. I've had escargot, and it's in... Well, I've had escargot before at a German restaurant, but the old PSA where a guy says, word around the... What? But you can't even say the... Okay, and I don't have to say it, but I could talk about cannibalizing. I know I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, but you know. My headphones almost fell on my head. I've always pan-fried. Oh, you've made escargot at home? Oh, and so you're not supposed to eat it raw, I don't think, obviously. Because I think if you try to eat raw, like, snails and stuff, they sometimes have. But anyway, this is, let me check the Wikipedia article, and I'll get into, like, and then I'm going to get into, like, notable acts or forms of notable acts of cannibalism. But I think we have now. I think I've covered all the different forms of cannibalism. Now, another thing to note that's interesting is that apparently archaeologists have discovered that cannibalism was probably most likely something that occurred, like, even with, like, early humans, or there's been there have been some early human remains where the skulls would be, like, cracked open. I don't remember what they found. I think they found one main thing is that they found, like, certain cut marks on the body parts, and, like, the skulls would be, like, literally cracked open. I hope you have a nice day at work, Shuang, and thank you for stopping by listening to Cannibal Talk. I get a can from the dollar store and fry them with some mushrooms as well. It's like a... Really? Oh. It's like a summer tradition for me. Actually, sounds pretty nice. Oh. Gotta eat the brain to claim their knowledge. It's literally as shrimpful as that. Like the werewolf of the Black Forest. Black Forest? A rollicking... I have no idea what it is. Francis and the Werewolves of The Black Forest. I don't know what that is. Those cracks were also attributed to exorcism attempts. Oh, that's so cool! Really? That's actually so cool! But yeah, cannibalism is something that goes all the way back to like thousands and thousands of years ago, even with early humans. Of course, I guess it's an unknown if this was what reasons they practice cannibalism. It could have been for starvation. It could have been for a ritualistic sacrifice, or dominating. It's very interesting. Oh, how about we play this? Now let's see. Where are my notes? Let me go back to. Oh, I should also mention that with now, not all forms of cannibalism are tied with murder, but you kind of, if you're going to eat someone, you kind of have to. So we know that like human predation is obviously murder. I mean, even if you say it's just hunting, it's technically murder. Exocannibalism is murder. Sacrificial cannibalism, I guess it's if it's against their will. I didn't check to see if they sacrifice people within their own communities, because I'm sure that's a thing that, I mean, some people have done as well. And sometimes, and of course, like with some murderers and serial killers, there's a lot of sexual cannibalism has been tied with murder as well, because there's some murderers that like the aspect of murdering and taking someone's life and eating them. You could also say that's a form of dominance too, I guess. If you eat them slowly enough, what you eat can have time to heal back. It's as simple as that. Yeah, it was just a different time. It was just a different time, you know? It was... Now, let's go up here. Now, how do I do this? Because I have this web. I could, let's see. Yeah, how about I do this? I'm going to write down notable examples of cannibalism. I'll write down notable examples of cannibalism, but I'll also color code them to match the stuff down here to make it easier. How about we start with one... Now, the thing with this is that allegedly, this is only a legend, or there's not much proof about it. Let's start. Hold on. Give me a moment. Note. Notable examples of cannibalism. Is there consensual cannibalism? Yeah, there is. I could also write that. Actually, I can make a little blurb for that too, because there has been instances of people that, of course, there's been people who've consented to being murdered and eaten, or just having parts of themselves eaten. There have been cases of people amputating or keeping parts of themselves and eating it, or giving the meat to someone else. Peter Stump. These crimes of the late 1500s inspired the modern Oh, that's actually really cool. It's so... I'm using like a watercolor type brush, and I have like a white... I use border. I use a border effect to do it. It looks pretty cool. So, whoa. It looks very nice. That Germany case is the most. I think that's probably one of the most famous examples of cannibalism. Yeah. Well, I don't know how to. I actually never learned how to pronounce it. Can I call you AC, or is there another way to pronounce it? But start with let's do I can also use a white border for this. I might need more. Ask C. Really? It's Ask C. Oh, thank you. So, one of the most famous. Now, this is a legend. I don't think there is some that speculate that this actually happened, but there's some that say there's no proof. This is the legend. Hold on. The legend. I might have to get more space. So, to be honest, no, I don't really like this white border here. I'll think about it. I do it like this. It's glowing. The legend of Sonny Bean. Now, if you don't know, Sonny Bean was said to be the patriarch. I looked at my notes, and for some reason I wrote matriarch, but that's wrong. Oh. But Sonny Bean was said to be the said to be the patriarch of I want to say large, but I don't think large even covers it. This was a huge. They were a huge family. Huge family of cannibals that lived. I think they lived in like the wilderness. That lived in the wilderness. My handwriting is getting worse and worse. Wilderness of it was said to be 16th century Scotland. And what they would do, I think it's they were a huge family, and I think it was even said that they were incestual. So they also committed they were a huge incestual cannibal family that would basically pick off like travelers and peasants. I think sometimes they would raid peasant villages, but they would usually pick off travelers and they would eat them. Yeah, this story literally inspired like The Hills Have Eyes. At that point, it's yeah. And there's not actually any proof if there's not much proof to say if they actually existed or not, but they are a legend. And it's said that they have a 45-member clan in Scotland that murdered and cannibalized over 1,000 people in 25 years. According to the legend, Bean and his clan members were eventually caught by a search party sent by King James VI and executed for their heinous crimes. Oh wow, they were canceled. Hi Karyu! What is the meaning of this lecture? Cannibalism! Wow! Check it out! What, does this look blurry? Why does this look blurry? Is that just my eyes messing with me? Very cute. Even when she talks cannibalistic, You're kind. Also, that movie was. I actually really liked The Hills Have Eyes, even the really not good stuff, because the revenge later made it better. But it was actually really. Can't believe Mr. Bean did all that. What brought this up? I fell asleep to a video talking about cannibalism, and my brain went all over the place. It was very fascinating. I've learned of all kinds of, cannibalism is something that people still do. Like, serial killers have done it. People have volunteered to be eaten. People have eaten themselves. People, there's plenty of history of people from Papua New Guinea, of course, as mentioned earlier, cannibalizing other people. There's procedures to send you DNS and make a steak out of your own flesh, would you? Can I make it more marbled? That sounds messed up. Would I get sick from that? I've been thinking about, sometimes I think about that. Would I get sick from that? I'm a picky eater. What would I do if I end up liking it? What if I do DNA? I was like, did you mean DNA or something else? What would I do if I like it? I think that would ruin me for the rest of it. It would be like that episode of Always Sunny where Frank, they eat meat that Frank gave them, or that Frank left in his fridge, and Charlie and Dee, they go insane thinking that it's people meat, and they try to find ways to they go insane trying to figure out what the meat is, and then I think he hints at it as people meat, and then they go even more insane, and then he later tells them it was a raccoon, I think. But I don't know. I feel like on one hand, I part of me would be curious. Maybe what did I do? I accidentally. He still managed to be cute even while talking about. No! Lisa's not Dr. Pepper. What's wrong with Dr. Pepper? Now you're wrong. Now that's wrong. You're wrong. Dr. Pepper, out of the dark colored Coca-Cola type drinks, Dr. Pepper, and then Shasta is Dr. Pepper or Coke-like drink, and then Pepsi maybe, and then Coca-Cola. I just don't like Coca-Cola. Maybe if it, even the vanilla or cherry Coca-Cola, it's just awful. It just ruins you could feel it ruining your teeth. I hate it. I'm just, oh, thank you. I was about to get angry. I was about to get cross. No, I don't want to get cross with you about Coca-Cola. But anyway, I always think about whether this is true or not. I think it's very interesting to know. I might need to make more space. I might have to make a separate, actually, I could make a separate, I'm coloring this in red because this would be an example, if you're paying attention, class. This would be an example of exo-cannibalism because they're cannibalizing people outside of their group. Now, where else? Where is it? The Donner Party. Okay, now how would I color this? I guess this would technically be endo-cannibalism, but this is cannibalism by people that are desperate and starving. Yeah, Coca-Cola is the worst. Yeah, I hope you're paying attention because you will be tested for this. You will be tested for this. White for snow. That'd be blinding, but we could do that. I wanted to color code it so that you could look back and compare the different types of cannibalism. but what? Okay. But the Donner Party. Now, if you aren't familiar, the Donner Party were a party of wagoners. I think that's what you call them, right? It wasn't the Oregon Trail. They were heading to California. God bless them. This was during, if you're familiar with American history a little bit, this was during the long time ago. In order to sell, the U.S. government decided to try to get more people to move to like, I forgot what they called it. It was this whole campaign called Manifest Destiny, where they said that there was gold up in their mountains. There was gold out west, and it's up to you to move all the way there and find it. And so a lot of people did pack up all of their stuff and try to head out there, and they would travel by wagons. Yeah, it was part of the Western expansion. And also a lot of people died. A lot of people died. Due to, there's varying stuff like Native American tribes killing them, due to starvation, due to getting lost, due to weather conditions, because, you know, this would take, I think, years. This would take years, and the main thing they would have to worry about would be crossing, I think, over, getting through Colorado. Also, God bless them. People were given free houses as long as they could work the land to make their own food. Nothing grew in the dust. Yeah, okay, that too. That too. Thank you, Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson is the worst president. He's hashtag not my president. I might need to get some water soon. I forgot to get my water bottle. But I have to crack my neck. And so the Donner Party were one of these many people that were told to manifest destiny, and they tried to make their journey to California. Now the background for this, if I recall, is that there were a lot of people that tried to say, that would try to like sell information about traveling to Oregon and California. Like they would try to say, I know a buddy who went down this route and he found lots of gold, or go this way, there's no Native Americans, and it's smooth passage. And one of these guys was a man named I don't remember his name. There was one of these was a man that he literally sold this information. I think he sold it in a book or in little pamphlets where he gave out this information, and he gave this information he provided this information to the Donner Party, a specific trail or route to go that was supposedly supposed to be faster and safer. The thing is, he himself never traveled that route. He never traveled that route. I was Lansford Hastings. Lansford Hastings, an early migrant from Ohio to the West, went to California in 1942 and saw the promise of the undeveloped country. To encourage settlers, he published the Emigrant's Guide to Oregon and California. As an alternative to the Oregon Trail's standard route through Idaho's Snake River Plain, he proposed a more direct route, which actually increased the trip's mileage by 125 miles to California across the Great Basin, which would take travelers through the Wasatch Range and across the Great Salt Lake Desert. Hastings had not traveled any part of his proposed shortcut until early 1946 on a trip from California to Fort Bridger, as a scant supply station run by Jim Bridger at Black's Fork in Wyoming. Hastings stayed at the fort to persuade travelers to turn south on his route. As of 1846, Hastings was the second of two men documented to have crossed the southern part of the Great Salt Lake Desert, but neither had been accompanied by wagons. And so there's a lot to talk. I would recommend watching a video, watching or listening to a video about the Donner Party, but that's basically how it started. Let's see. Let's see. There was like, I think there were two families. I just scratched. Hold on. A group of 9 wagons containing 32 members of the Reed and Donner families and their employees left on May 12th. So that's why it's also called the Donner Reed Party, because it was basically two families. The wagon party that followed. The funny thing is that if you played Oregon Trail, I think it's Oregon Trail 3, there's a merchant that directly mentions this. I don't think he doesn't go into detail, but he directly mentions like Hastings' negligence and Hastings being responsible for the death and suffering of all these people. But I don't think the game mentions what the cannibalism that happened. Wagon party that followed the incorrect advice of my battery's low. I'm gonna call him a con man. I'm just gonna call him a con man. I mean, you got an entire family killed. Of a con man. Let's see. All the they did make it. Attempted to travel to California. That was their second mistake, trying to get to California. I learned about a fascinating family of dinosaurs yesterday. The Heterodontosaurus is notable for seemingly being omnivores, having long forelimbs, and most unusual for archosaurs having different types of teeth. I want to talk about. That would be fun to talk about too. The family that lured people into their house, bash them on the head, drain the blood, eat the bodies, and sell the victim stuff. That's another one. Oh, I don't think I've heard of that one. There's a lot of instances of people California. Now we're getting to the cannibalism part. They if I recall, they were trapped in a path. They were trapped, and they got so close, even despite all the hardships they went to. They were trapped. Why did I write my E and D like that? Like this? Why did I do that? They were trapped by snow in a mountain passage. I think they were also being picked off by Native Americans around that area too. Some surviving members. Oh my God. were forced to eat the flesh of deceased party members who... There should be a game like this! Wait! There should be a game like this! Where you have the option, you're traveling and your party members could actually die and you have the option to cannibalize them. Wait, is there a game like this? Please tell me there's a game like this. Am I getting dizzy? No. I do need some water though. I remember they tried to eat, like, they mentioned also trying to eat, like, their shoe leather, but I don't think it actually worked. And, let's see. I also, allegedly, when they actually made it to California and they told the story of what happened, they were literally condemned and... I had to sneeze. They had to... tried it. They were I think they were tried and some of them were tried and convicted. I was choked. You can do it in RimWorld? In Kenshi. He's been spinning for a while. Look at it go! Conan Exiles. Oh, I could look that up too. Let me see. There's also a map that shows where they were. But I would definitely, there's a lot to talk about because they were, I think they were trapped for like a month or weeks or so. And it's not, there's a lot to talk about. I like the meat. Thank you. Kenshi doesn't have it without mods, but I think even The Sims has cannibalism mods. I remember a long time ago, there was something where someone, like, showed that you can, I think it was a glitch, but it might have been, like, mod stuff, too, where if you're holding a baby and you decide to grill in The Sims 3, you can cook and eat your baby. You can cook and eat the baby you're holding. And No. I might have misheard. I think you could also do that in Fallout. Well, no, you can cannibalize. Cannibalism has always been in Fallout, but I mean eating children. But yeah, the Donner Party. The Donner Party is a very sad story of cannibalism. This is an example. Again, this is an example of cannibalism for food, though. And oh no, don't worry. It's okay. I need to get some water soon. Yeah, don't worry about it. My brain gets off topic all the time anyway. It would be nice to talk about it in more detail, but yeah, the basics were they were stranded in the mountains and they were forced to cannibalize their dead relatives and family. Now, what color should this? I'll color this red for now, but I might let's color this orange. We can color this orange or red, maybe in between. Now, here's another example of cannibalism. Yeah, let's use this. So there have been also African warlords that would consume flesh as well. Not all. There's my ethnic. I'm just gonna live with it. Okay, some African Nothing like listening to Toho music while talking about cannibalism. Some African warlords would devour the flesh of children, and I think also enemy soldiers, and also enemy oh my god, soldier. Yes, that's exactly who. Yeah, General. That's exactly who I wrote about. They believe, and now they believe they did this because they believed that eating like the flesh of children and also enemy soldiers would in turn give them power. I might turn my stabilization up more. My handwriting is so bad. They did this. I wonder if I should have pictures on here too. Well, pictures of cannibal stuff, related stuff. Not like pictures of like a dead body. I'm not gonna do that. They did this believing this would give them power. Oh, no, hold on. Give them power and strength. Okay. One of these was a Liberian warlord that went by the name General Butt Naked. No, yes, really. Because, and he got the name, his actual name is Joshua, I believe. Joshua Milton Blahy. Blahy? Joshua Milton Blahy. He went by the name General Butt Naked because he and his troops would fight literally butt naked, because they also so their ritual was eating flesh and then fighting naked, thinking that this would empower them. He's not a warlord anymore. I would recommend watching the Vice documentary about him. You're not gonna. I hope I would not. Would you fight it? No. No. I mean, hey, I guess it worked. If you found out you were fighting like a naked dude that like ate children, you know. But haha, but most notable was a Liberian, and the thing is that this was a part of their culture. No, this was something like ritualistic sacrifice was something that was apparently a part of like that was a part of his culture in that specific area of Liberia, where he was from, I believe. Yeah, he's a pastor. I believe, I don't know, he reformed himself and became a pastor. And he reformed himself and became a pastor. Now he is trying his best to help his community. So if cannibalism, warlording, eating children, God forgives all. Liberian warlord name. Josh. I better make sure I spell that right. Lahi. Or general, but naked. Yeah, the Vice documentary on this was actually eye-opening. I mean, never pick fights with someone crazier than you. It's as simple as that. And that's why you should always, if someone is threatening you, you should always present yourself as much crazier than them. You have to start screaming. You have to start, again, defecating yourself, anything. Always present yourself as much crazier. Always. Hold on. I miss it. Oh, I might. Oh no, I want to continue this talk. I might need to. I should have like a few more. Let me see. Hold on. I have to check some. We're getting. I might have to. Well, I might have to end soon, so I could How many hours are I want to have at least an hour. Okay. Okay, I'll be right back. I have to pee really bad. But I'll be right back. But I might have to end soon. Ah, go stupid. Ah. I'll be right back. The bear will be right back after these messages. I have to pee really bad. Glorious eyebrow streamer Charlotte Bear goes mad. No. Can you hear me? I might sound. I put voice mod on. I think this makes me sound like. Hold on. It might be a little loud. I think this makes me sound like T-Pain. My ears. Oh my. I accidentally hit the chat thing. No! Give me back my. No! How do I use my psychic power? This is like system shock. How do I use my psychic powers to get it back? Don't worry about this. It's part of I didn't mean it. It's the truth.
Do you mind? We're talking.
I hope that dude like tricks you into like getting in like an inappropriate office relationship with him, and then he like pumps and dumps you and spreads it around the office everywhere, and then everyone leers at you and makes rude gestures and remarks because everyone knows how easy you are, and then you get called into the office for like inappropriate work relationships, but he doesn't get in trouble. That's what you deserve. Watch this. Can I break down doors? Watch this. Idiot. Oh, wait.
Oh wait, this is hamsters. What do I sound like? Do I sound like a hamster?
Okay, this is what punk Charlotte sounds. Does it sound? I'm burning up. I'm burning up. I think wow, it's been 2.5 hours. This has been fun. Sorry, I sipped my water too fast. I might have the hiccups a bit. I hope not. But this has been so fun. Okay, there's still a lot. I think, okay, so I think, let's see, because the collab starts in like an hour and a half. Right? What? You messed up my phone! That actually... Hold on, I have to, I have to BRB! I have to BRB! Hold on, I have to BRB! I have to BRB! Hold on.
Why there's no charger?
Oh my...
Yep.
Well, we forgot to take charger.
That's one flop out left. One flop out left is you can get charged really easily.
Yeah. Uh-oh, coach?
I got him. Boomer. Alright. You guys are okay. You wanna...
Go ahead.
Keep going left. Okay.
Yeah. No, oh, okay. Moment we get the up path, go take the up path.
Yeah.
I got haunted. I'm dead. I'm sorry. I was saying I said AI. Never mind.
I can save you. Yes!
You.
Yeah.
Did it. Yes!
Alright, let's look from. Let's look from.
Alright. I am safe though. It's you can be family friendly even if you accidentally kill children. You're too much of a sweet good there to do evil. Watch this! Watch this! Watch this! Ah! Glittering! Glittering! Pew pew! Pew pew! Pew pew! Some folks are born made to wear the flag! Dude, I was literally... Oh, that red, white, and blue! Itadakimasu! Oh, it's soft! Why is it soft? Oh. Is that bad? Wait a minute. What the heck? It's actually not bad. It's actually not bad. Okay, okay, so the peel part doesn't actually really have any taste. There we go. Oh, nice! Health increased. Combo acquired. Bone knife plus boxing gloves. Now, time to really maul. Nurse! Honey! Prove that you made this guy dimension out of nowhere. This is what he hears. Twist. Shut up. Okay, stop. Wait! No, they drew! No! This is actually bad! No! They drew! No! I can't do this anymore! No! They drew! No! I hate... No! I'm sorry, I'm screaming so much. Oh my god, this is actually bad. No, I need to stop. Oh my god. Twitch, please don't delete my channel. I'm sorry. It's not real. Please don't ban me. I didn't. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, it's doing this on purpose. This is a user con- That's all the custom. Oh my god. Wait, my phone! I forgot my phone! I'm frozen! I'm frozen in fear. Cause thinking about not eating people is scary. I'm sorry. I might, okay, I'll have to end soon to prepare for the collab. I was trying to answer questions about that stuff. Also, I'm glad that I'm sorry. It was like the cannibalism stuff, cannibalism talk stuff was like a literally last second thing. Well, I thought of it when I woke up in the morning out of nowhere. I literally just, my eyes shot open and I was like, I should talk about this. I should do a cannibal stream. And then I tweeted something and then I fell back asleep, unironically. But, we'll have to continue this because this stuff is I find this stuff very fascinating. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this talk. I honestly really like talking about, I like exploring stuff like this, especially, like I said, I do like true crime. I really like true crime and stuff like that. But I don't want anyone to think, oh, she's Minhera. That's another red flag because she likes true crime. She likes hearing about, like, you know. I feel a little self-conscious of that kind of stuff. You are what you eat, and you eat what you are. But remember, you okay? We'll have to. You will be tested on this. So we'll just say that this is part 1 for now. We talked about we explored the different forms of cannibalism, most notably endo-cannibalism, endo being within, so cannibalism from within said community, or exo-cannibalism outside, medical self-cannibalism, which is eating yourself or eating parts of your body, sexual cannibalism, which is, you know, cannibalism with sexual in nature, sacrificial cannibalism, which is ritualistic. Schizo big, but I'm a good schizo. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you for the go. Where's my water bottle? Why did I put it over behind me? Shark confirmed woman. No way. But yeah, I do like true crime stuff. I find it very interesting. I feel a bit uncomfortable by like people that, like I said earlier, I feel uncomfortable by people that like fetishize serial killers or try to like make, I don't know. Of course I feel bad because some serial killers had terrible lives and terrible stuff happened to them and stuff like that. A lot of them had terrible stuff happen to them, and that's why but I don't think that's not an excuse, obviously. If you're a murderer, and you should repent, you should die. Especially as a horror person, it's so weird. You understand me! Fictional ones are good! Ugh, I hate him so much. I hate Homelander so much. No, I don't. No, I don't want that. I don't want you to think there's something wrong with it. I don't want to be, no. But you know, I don't, no, because that's a meme. I don't really want that. It's really scary and I don't want to die. If someone tried to choke me in real life, I would be really mad at them. I'd be really scared, but once I realized I was safe, I'd be really mad at them. I'd probably try to stab them. But, I mean, if you imagine it, like, stuff like like that, like that stuff. I you know, but if you know, fiction, you have to separate fiction from reality. Would it be healthy? Oh, I guess that depends. If they've been feasting on nuts and berries, I bet a vegan would taste good. Yeah, if they aren't like in starvation mode and they've been feasting on nuts and berries and it depends. I bet a vegan would taste pretty good, but you have to be careful because it might also taste terrible. They might just be full of beans and gross stuff. You could. But yeah, we'll have to talk about cannibalism more. We can also talk about cannibalism as depicted in fiction and maybe also girl-related stuff. Did I tell you guys that are you guys familiar with My Town's Daily Life? I didn't know, but I'm pretty sure there's a VTuber that is her or based off of her, and I had no idea. I was like, oh, she's so cute. She looks so familiar though, and then I realized it. A vegan not in starvation mode. I've seen fat and chubby vegans. I think it's possible if you just eat like oils and like if you just eat oils and like pasta and Oreos and stuff. But a lot of people, I don't want to risk it at all. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk that kind of stuff. I don't want. Beans are good. Of course, the British would say that. Would it be cringe if we if you hear the pats in the water? I gotta end now, so I could cool down and drink more coffee and prepare for. Oh, I'm so excited. Don't tell Yui or Bambi or Kurai, but I'm very excited. Shh, don't tell. And I'm very, very excited. I'm very excited. It's very, I think it's fascinating. Why do I always say like fascinating? I think it's cool. Fascinating, you know. Who should we rate? Quickly. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'd like to do a part 2 so that I could finish this, so we could talk about more notable people in. Maybe I could do more research too, since it was literally last second. Talk more about like notable events or examples of cannibalism. Talk about more on the psychology behind it, why some people do it. Oh, Cult is streaming. We gotta raid Cult. He's playing Mahjong. Oh, did you guys see that? I'm not really interested in Mahjong, but they have like a Fate Prisma Ilya collab. And now I'm like, and then my brain's like, oh, I mean, maybe I'll play. I guess I'll play. But it was a lot of fun. And it makes me very glad. If I want to try to do another. I mean, of course, I want to try to finish this one, but I'd like to do more streams where I just talk about this kind of different stuff, like do like lecture discussion type streams like this again. But yeah, thank you very much for watching and listening along, and I hope to see you guys later in like an hour. For the Left 4 Dead 2. Magical Nana? Oh yeah, I haven't heard that name in a long time. Oh yeah, a lab coat would be very, 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 very cute. I could be a scientist, and then I could have an excuse to be like obsessed with diamonds. But yeah, and what should the raid message be? Cannibal bear? No, well, I'm not a cannibal bear. Cannibal raid. Where is he? Hold on. I can't access my. Oh my god. Yeah, this works. Cannibalism is based. Raid. He'll understand it. He'll agree with me. Holt will agree with me. Cannabear. It just sounds like I'm a weed bear. Cannabear. that would just make me like cannabis. Cannabear. That sounds like dude weed. But yeah. Anything else? If you make sure you get locally sourced human meat. And don't torture people because the meat will be bad. Bye! 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 Otsukuma bees! Bye! 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 Bye!